Congressman-elect Adelita Grijalva joins me now. Thank you so much for joining us. So you had a dominating victory. You won 69% of the vote. You've now set a record for waiting the longest that any Congress member has ever waited to be sworn in after a special election. What's going on? Speaker Johnson says he can't do it because the House isn't in session. You say that's absurd.
Yeah, well, it's not the kind of record you want to break, right?
Yeah.
And part of the problem here is that I don't have a budget. I don't have the authority or the privileges or the responsibilities of a duly sworn in member of Congress. I am an elected person. I am in this limbo because Speaker Johnson won't swear me in. And as you know, Representative Kylie just mentioned, like there isn't a real reason for that other than what's being pointed to as me being the 218th signer to the discharge petition for the Epstein files.
You're referring to a bill that would needs one more yes vote, demanding the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files from the Justice Department. You would be the 218th yes vote to get that over the line. Still, do you think that's the reason why he's holding this up?
You know, I never thought that, and I didn't think that initially. It's very conspiracy theory. Someone came up to me literally on election night and said, you know, he's not going to swear you in because of those files. And I thought, no, that can't be it. And here we are, 41 days today that I have been waiting to be sworn in.
41 days since you were elected. You've been waiting to do your job. Speaker Johnson says you should do your job, that you have everything you need to do your job, that you have an office, you have a staff. He has said this on camera many times. Go do your job.
But, you know, I feel like maybe it's been a minute since he opened up an office in Congress to understand that when you don't have a budget, you don't have authority to do anything. I can't open up offices in districts. If you call the CD7 number right now, it's my dad's voice on the voicemail. So we don't have the capacity to do anything. I can't, it's not like because he was my dad, someone just hands me over the keys. It's kind of like if your father was a pilot, you don't automatically, you know, you don't get all of the information just poured into your head because of that. And I use the analogy of someone giving you a car and saying drive, but the car has no gas, no engine, and no tires. That's essentially what Speaker Johnson has left me with. I have an office, a key in DC, and can provide no services here in districts where it's really right now needed the most.
Yeah, you don't have a budget, so you can't hire any staff. You don't have security clearance, so you need someone to walk you in and out of the Capitol, right? You don't have the congressional pin that allows you free entry and exit. You're using your own personal miles to fly back and forth between your district and Washington, D.C. Can you get onto email?
Well, they've assigned me an email account, but I don't have a team that can communicate that way. And I don't have the authority of like a federal employee. So there are a lot of things when you're going to provide constituent services, you need a waiver form that is signed. I don't have access to any of those databases.
So you and the Attorney General of the state of Arizona have both now sued the Speaker of the House, demanding that he swear you in. He's calling it a publicity stunt. What's the status of that lawsuit, of these lawsuits?
I know that it's been assigned to a judge, and thus far, that's the latest update that I have.
Do you think this is actually going to go to a court where you're going to have a judge order the Speaker of the House to swear in an elected congressperson?
No, I think that's a dangerous precedent to set also. We didn't want to be in this position. I reached out to the Speaker's office 2 times, left voicemails, went to his office. Before we went with a group of Democratic, women in the caucus, we went there and he wasn't there. And then, our AG sent a demand letter that wasn't responded to. So really, I'm utilizing every option possible in order to get sworn in.
Okay, it's pretty unbelievable, 41 days, and you still aren't able to do the job that you were elected to do. Whether Speaker Johnson likes it or not, the voters spoke. Congresswoman-elect Grijalva, thank you so much. Come back on the show and let us know when you finally get sworn in.
I absolutely will. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.